I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but like when they were talking a lot, like comment down below if a lot of that made sense. Towards the ending, it made a lot of sense. Um, but I mean, communication is so critical in human to human, day to day life, y'all. And if you can't communicate well, it's so hard to actually make progress done. I mean, life is hard enough as it is, and it's like you got to be on point with communication. A lot of people here are old, they're elderly, and they're on fixed incomes, y'all. So a lot of money is being spent going in, and hopefully it's all worth it, y'all. Like I said, it's your boy Train Fishing. The only other option I got is to move back to where I came from, my home country, Trinidad. But we're gonna stick it out, ride it out a little bit longer. It's just me out here, y'all. Like, ain't nobody coming to save me. Literally, it's just me out here. Like, that's it. I have my mom, I have my brother, but other than that, like, it's literally just me out here to work, cook, clean, fend for myself out here, yo. It's really like survival mode out here at this point, to be honest with y'all. All my close friends, I mean, all the closest people that were once close to me, no longer here.
Funding the reserves smartly instead of blindly, which is what we're doing. We're told we're saving $100 a month. Next year it's free.
Sky high now. Everybody talks about assessments are so bad. Not always. Do not put a monthly increase on senior citizens who have nothing more. $50. Suzette,
Yes.
are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm saying that
I'm
never
just saying.
received.
Who told you $50?
Who told you?
Has a better understanding about what a reserve study is and what the purpose is. Sure.
Sorry, Phil. Totally understand the purpose and the reason.
Okay.
Because it's been such a terrible connection, and I'm sitting up front.
Sure.
But the one question I think I missed, can you guys advise me? What is the cost of a reserve study? Not the cost to do all the repairs that come from that, but just to find out.
You're talking about the bids.
Yes, we
Yep.
have 3 quotes.
Okay?
Can you divide it, just to have some idea, how much it's gonna cost for each unit?
No, I don't have this.
No, just any idea.
Yeah, but we
Because
have to
maybe
figure
it
out.
is too much, I don't know.
I don't
maybe.
want
Yeah,
to guess,
they have to
that's all it would be, it's
decide.
going to be a guess, it's not gonna
The
guess.
board has to
No, I
decide.
know, you have 3 bids, right?
We have 3 bids, that's
Okay.
correct.
We have like to divide this for the number
Yes.
of.
You guys have to
They have-
decide that
Just
it's
for
gonna be an
everybody has
assessment
some
or a
idea,
monthly
you know,
increase.
if the price is
Explain
cheaper,
that.
right?
Explain that. You don't even know if it's gonna be on maintenance or if it's gonna be an assessment. It's divided for so many months.
Yeah, so the determination would be either from special assessment
Yes.
or a monthly payment.
Right,
It hasn't been decided, it hasn't been discussed.
so he can't answer that for you.
Her question was, how much is gonna cost his reserve studies? Let's say it's $20,000.
No, they have the bids.
I know, wait a second, let me finish.
Let him answer.
Then figure out this number and divide for the number of homeowners, just
We
to
don't
have an
know.
idea,
We
that's
don't
what
know
her
the
question.
number.
They have money in the operating budget.
They have the money
They
for
have
it.
the money already for it. It's not gonna cost
I
you
know,
anything.
I know, but we need to, that was her question.
But he hasn't
No,
gone through it.
but
I
I think
understand.
everybody may be misunderstood.
No, Elizabeth,
Let's,
we
let's,
have-
forget about,
Yeah.
forget about.
Please, you ask a question, let him answer.
Can I answer you?
Please.
Please, Suzette, go ahead.
Okay, we have 3 bids. We have about 5,000 into 6,000, less than 6,000. The prices are very close each other.
Yes.
This amount, we will take from what we have already in our account this won't be divided for 256 units that will represent $20 for each one.
That's my
No,
point. I think
this is
just too cheap
too much
for everybody.
to
That's my point, okay? It's like, 1,000, like 500 for each unit. You know,
But
that-
after we receive the report.
We cook, bro. We cook.
Everybody will have the transparency of the report, and we will decide how much we could put in our budget before we start collecting the amount that we should have.
Yo, we so cook.
Let me ask something, so that research study will include the milestone, was he clear on that or not?
Yes, it will.
It does not include the milestone inspection, that is a separate inspection.
Separate, and that's what we need to comply the city with.
Correct, but we
40
need
years.
money to do the repairs, and this helps get the money for the
So
repairs.
the order of.
Is let's do both.
Okay, so the order of importance and requirements are
Both.
milestone, 40 years, repairs that the study is gonna ask us to do, because otherwise, we're gonna be non-compliant again, and then we're gonna have violations and fines. So in order to be compliant with the city, we need to focus on the milestone that will tell us what we need to do, so the city is happy with us and we're happy with them. And then, when we're done with the paving, with the trees, with the 40-year, then we can start thinking about reserves for the future projects. Am I correct, or am I really wrong? and
Really wrong.
Just left it to the
No, I agree with your
I mean-
point, and I think it's a very good point.
I agree with
So,
that. I
here's
agree with
my
that
thought.
too.
That's the approach we should,
When-
that's the approach I
He's
believe we
talking.
should be
I
taking.
agree.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
I perfectly agree with you.
Hey, I agree with that too.
Give me a minute, please. What I've heard tonight, it sounds as if his perspective and the perspective of some people here, it's as if we don't have one. We have reserve accounts.
Yeah.
And they have been working on it over the years. And they had one, they approved a reserve budget last year. So the way the argument is being presented, it's as if we don't have one, we never had one. We also made a change where we won't provide cable TV service,
Yes.
but we will keep that fund, and that fund will be deposited into the reserve account. So it's not like money is not going there. Money has been going there from the 25 budget. It says here for phase 3, $82.
Alright, so
82,
Comcast is actually on the
Let me
agenda.
finish, please. So maintenance payments, HOA payments. And in 2024, it was $57. Oh, 37 for partial reserves. Wow, that's really low. 36 for partial reserves. That's for the 2024. And if they had gone full reserves in 2024, it would have been $1,342 per unit. So no wonder they defeated them. All the time they came up, they defeated them because they were being over-presented. If you do an over-presentation, people are not going to be able to afford it. We had $10,000 in special assessment last year. Many people have not recovered from it yet. And that is why I oppose this, and I believe most of you should as well. It's not necessary, as the gentleman stated itself, we are under 3 stories. It's not a mandate, it's not a requirement. We can make adjustments to it until we are ready to do it.
And please take into account that most of that money was already in our bank. I mean, the reason why we were able to actually, fund a 2.6 million was because we used the escrows of 15 months per unit. For those that had it, otherwise we would not have.
But that's not there anymore.
That's not there anymore, and our roofs are done, and the violations were, figured out, and most of what was required was done, except for the trees and the paving. And those are the two
You
most
sit down one
important
more
things.
time, bro.
Because those trees and those roofs and those pavement, luckily we haven't had a fall and, sewer, however you call it. That's what we have. That is the reality we're facing. why take another $5,000 and throw it out the window? Like, we really had all that money. That's my
Is that the way
perspective.
you see it, throwing money out the window?
Yeah, because right now, like Mina said, even though they tell us that each unit need to put in there $1,000 for reserves, we don't have it. We don't have it. So, that would be throwing away money, because they're gonna tell us, you need to put all this money, and people are gonna say, sorry, we can't.
So there was a question asked about the 3 bids, so we have, instead of reading off the names of the companies, I'll just go over the numbers. You got 5,500, you got 5,920, 5,920, and 4,600. So to answer your question, those are what the reserve studies would cost. There are options on here as well, but you know.
I wonder how much.
I
have a question.
I would like to respond.
I don't
Can
know
I-
who's
can
gonna
I-
go first.
Can I ask something because everybody
She asked it for.
I understand the prices that you are saying, but how is that include the architects or engineers coming on site? Or that's just a projection?
No, that's how much.
That's the study.
They're coming on site?
Yeah, they come on site and they check everything out, yes.
Okay.
And they're engineers.
All right.
To make a quick distinction with what Monica was saying, if the city comes back and gives us that letter, they give us 6 months to respond and get this inspection that you're talking about. We will have money in the bank that you just referenced with the escrow, it's gone. Getting this reserve study allows the board to look at all of the money, all of the potential projects, and they can actually start putting stuff together in phases. If they choose not to go fully funded, if the community chooses not to go fully funded, it'll be the first time that they make that decision with the actual information in front of them from a reserve study. Because nobody knows how much money we need. And like you said, we have priority lists, we got things that are important, right? We don't know these things. Like the guy said on the thing, this is giving us information so we can actually plan and stop the special assessments that we've been having every 2 years. We haven't had a reserve study done, and we've been having special assessments every 2 years, going all the way back to like 2014. This is the way we end it, because now we can look at it and say, you know what, it's $100 a unit right now. If we put it aside, then we won't. Or maybe they'll come back and say it's $80 a unit. We just did all the roofs. Or 2 phases of the roofs. We're doing the paving. This is the cheapest time to start saving, because this stuff is now done. It helps us. It goes in the reserve study that we have 20 years on this roof.
Okay.
And then hold on, I let you speak, I let you go on.
Yeah.
If anything in the meantime breaks, let's say we thought it was gonna have 5 years, and it turned out it only had 4 years, we've at least still collected money for 4 years. So in the event that we have to special assess, it will be significantly less. Because we put the money aside every month, so then when people say, oh my God, I can't afford 10,000 right up front, this is how you get rid of that. If we do this properly, and if the board takes it seriously, there's a reason that the engineer recommends it, there's a reason the property manager recommends it, there's a reason our attorney put it in writing that he recommends it. Because that is how you become a healthy association that can fix shit when it breaks, instead of looking at it for 18 months, 24 months. We have a building out there that has a giant hole in it for 18 months now that is getting more and more water damage. I feel bad for whoever lives there. It's continuously getting worse and worse and worse, and we have no money to fix it, because we don't.
Okay, my
Now
So
we
guys,
can save.
before that, I just want to read the attorney's, his advice. So I reached out to our attorney, Michael Bogan, specifically to get his thoughts on exactly what a reserve study is and his opinion of one. He did say, per our conversation earlier today, this was yesterday, I would recommend the association obtain a new reserve study at least every 5 years. The purpose of the reserve study is to calculate the remaining useful life of all the components of the association, and then calculate how much those components would cost at the end of the remaining useful life. This way, the association obtains accurate numbers, remember that word, accurate numbers, to use in its budget when budgeting for the reserves. Without accurate numbers, I would think any reserve calculation being used in the budget would be inaccurate and a total guess.
which means we could be putting too much money in right now. So it
Maybe
could
we can
save
get
us
That's
money.
not me saying it, that,
Let me ask something. You
that
said
is
we don't
exactly
have
what our
to
attorney
regard
said
what he was saying?
to the
No,
board.
I'm going back to what he was saying. I'm not against a reserve study, I think that's prudent. However, the way we pay for the milestone, whatever, and the reserve study concerns me. Now, there was a chat from Elizabeth or Denise, one or the other. that if-
Denise.
And you gave numbers of $5,000 to $6,000 for the reserve study. Whoever, Denise or
Yeah, you
Elizabeth.
said it's about.
Stop,
Yeah.
stop,
That's enough.
let me finish. If we add that, like your budget numbers talk, done, I'm not done. Michael, I've never interrupted you.
I understand.
Okay, if we do that as part of an assessment, the numbers shown by whomever, Elizabeth or Denise, was like $23. Come on, do not put a monthly increase on senior citizens who have nothing more.
Jody, let me respond, please.
Now you can
It's
interrupt.
5,000 one-time payment. It is not a monthly increase. You keep saying monthly increase. Nobody's talked about a monthly increase.
No, because I saw the budget, proposed budget numbers.
There's no proposed budget.
I saw, Michael, regardless. I saw the proposed. Wait. It was $50 more per month.
We didn't see.
It was
it.
$50. Suzette,
Yes,
are you calling me a liar?
no, I'm saying that I
I'm
never
just saying.
received.
Who told you $50?
Who told you?
You're not gonna say, right?
No.
Okay, great.
No.
I was
There
told
is no
$100.
budget.
I was told we're saving $8.
Please,
There is
I'm
no
just
budget.
suggesting whatever you do.
No, I was told we're saving $100
Do not add it to
a
the
month.
monthly maintenance.
Next
We
year it's
are
free.
sky high now.
No, that's what I heard too.
Everybody talks about assessments are so bad. Not always, but they're done and out.
Okay, it was said in a meeting over here that when the contract with Comcast expired,
Wait.
this money was
Okay.
going.
We have a separate, we had it on the agenda to talk about Comcast.
Yeah, but they're talking about the money to put it in.
I understand, that's gonna be part of the conversation. So, I mean, I guess we should address that now, because it's come up twice now about Comcast.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
$50
No,
are
no, as Mr. Bowman was talking about that, you know, the money going to the reservists and blah, 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 blah.
That's what he thinks, that.
He thinks, so, and both of you was laughing about it, so I want to know why.
Jeff will tell you why.
As you the treasurer, you know
Yes,
where
I
the money,
know
where
why.
the money was going to be.
Yes, I
After
know why.
June 30, right? So it's supposed to not pay
She
anymore.
has the answer.
So we,
Okay?
yeah,
So
so,
Jeff,
I'm
do
gonna
you
help
understand
Suzette.
why
Okay,
it was
yeah,
not
we wanna know.
Yeah,
You
I'm
wanna
gonna
go
help
this way?
Suzette explain this now. I have a couple of topics tonight that are not pleasant for everyone, but I'm gonna talk about them. So, one, Comcast. Comcast, the way it was budgeted, okay, and this is before my time, different board, they budgeted for, so they knew it was gonna end 6 months in, okay, so it was $14,000 a month. So what they did is they budgeted that and spread it over a year. So now they actually, for that 14,000 a month, they only budgeted 7, okay, for the whole year. So our budget for Comcast for the year was $95,000. In 6 months, we spent 84. These are rough numbers, they're not exact, but we spent 84,000. So we have about $11,000 left in the budget from the Comcast money. Total.
for the year.
And that's it. We cannot put $14,000 a month in reserves. The money's not there
We don't have it.
Until next year.
until next
Until
year.
next year. The way, we start studying our financials, okay? What we are telling you guys that was budget, right? When you go for the financials in our website, the last one is from June. When you go there and you check about cable, you will see the ending year budget is they just put it there, the amount that we were going to receive for 6 months. And they divided this for 12 months. So the response right now, we don't have 14,000 to send to our reserves. So that's the reason that I was laughing about, we will have 14,000. We don't have 14,000, not because we are using the 14,000, because was not budgeted properly.
And that's why budgets are important, that's why reserve studies are important.
Another thing, today no, from June, not today will be even worse. From June report, we are already 16,000 above our budget.
Above?
Above 16,000. And we are, this report is from June, okay?
And is that because of repairs or what?
We have a lot of repairs that I pointed out here, but we paid the 33,000 for the city.
That was a big one.
This was the big one, but on top of that, we have another 28,000 with repairs that Jeff knows. He just sent us the email saying, it's urgent, it's urgent. Think, yesterday what happened?
Yeah, so we've had, the buildings are old, the pipes are old, and the pipes are starting to break. So we're starting to have leaks in people's homes, in the pipes between the walls. We're having leaks outside, underground, because the pipes are old. And these are things we have to fix, because it's gonna flood your unit, and if it was you, you'd want it fixed right away. So those are emergencies that we're handling, like, not daily, but,
Yeah, so when there's one email with 2 emergencies on the email that say we need to address this right now.
2 separate units, but yes.
These are regular operational costs in every
The building has been like that for 2 years.
Yeah, but is it because nobody has, estimated the repair?
I have no idea.
No reserve study, no.
Talking about, has anybody, engineer was here, but they don't get to the estimate yet.
These are regular operational costs in any old buildings. The reason why our budget looks wonky is because how it was prepared last year. There was no set aside, nothing was set aside to pay the fines and interest penalties. It's a good thing we were able to get them down to 33,000 instead of 291,000. And that is the reason why the budget is wonky, because last year's budget was not prepared well. And I made the point of that when it was released at the time. So you can't blame that it's poor budgeting now when it was done from last year. And Phil was the treasurer at that time.
So the same way I want you guys to look at the reserve study is we're using inaccurate numbers. So if we decide, let's say, we don't want a reserve study, none of us want a reserve study. What's gonna happen is we're gonna use numbers from 2018 again. That's obviously 7 years. So, exactly. So the people that don't want the reserve study, we would have to say, okay, so we're not gonna have a reserve study, let's go ahead and use inaccurate numbers again for another budget.
Right, we hear you. But the other thing is, how can we not know when the city's gonna force us to do the 40-year, if it's 40 years or 50 years? We don't know.
I'm trying to find out.
Yeah.
The big issue with
I was only
city
working 4
is
months.
our addresses are so messed up that the city is confused. They were thinking that when they imposed us to do the 40 years, they were imposing for the whole community. But no, now they know that they just impose us for the phase 1.
Because we paid
No, they know because when I was searching in 2023 what was happening, and I was trying to understand what's going on, because we had meetings and they were talking about budget, and we were coming against the board, and I was part of that, saying we need to budget something because maybe we will be back for the 40 years. And they were saying, no, this won't happen. So I contacted them. It's my fault.
Oh, you told them?
I told them.
You asked many
So,
questions.
so now.
And that's why we don't know.
So I don't know, maybe they will come next year, maybe they will leave us behind, we don't know. I won't ask again
Right.
when they will come.
As soon as somebody asks, they'll say they want it done.
Yeah, you're on the schedule next week.
That has nothing to do with most of this, but I thought this was a treasurer's report where, so I wanted to.
Says,
It says reserve.
reserve.
Okay, 206,000?
Yes.
Okay, I see it now. I was confused, thank you for pointing that out.
But just a point, this part of the report says bank account balances, okay? That doesn't mean that we could have this amount because we are finding out about other accounts. So let's say, if we need to transfer something for the security deposit that is not accurate yet, we will need to take from somewhere. And where is the money? In reserves. We promised for everybody that we were transferring 20,000 for the reserves. We are doing that, but we don't know if we could be doing that because we need to clear up other accounts.
Right,
It's
now
to-
my other question is, when you look at the laundry account, as of August 11th, over 24,000. In the past, and I'm going back, and I don't know if you guys have changed anything, whenever the laundry account got to be over 10,000, we had in our bylaws that we were able to transfer 10,000 into the operating fund. Have you, any knowledge
I
of
have
that?
never heard that.
Well, I think you need to look at that, because $10,000 in the operating account would be helpful.
Yes.
This is also the first time in 4 years, 5 years that account's actually been accurate. Because if you look at last
Looks
week, it
very
said.
good now.
Yeah.
Happy.
They put the money where it was supposed to be, finally.
Happy.
Yeah,
That
because
was 20
So
years.
now let's use that money.
Yeah, and Suzanne's put a lot of hard work into
Yes,
these
I
reports.
agree, nobody.
Incredible amount of
But you need to know that that money is accessible. 10,000, when you got over 10,000, you were looking at, you take 10 out, you got 14 left.
yeah. Let's
Is it
say,
amendment or is it the bylaw?
I'm sorry?
Is it amendment or
And
bylaw?
you know what's a damn good question, and I can tell you.
No, because I'm looking all the
Because I never
documents.
was treasurer back
I will try to
But
figure out
it
that.
happened almost every year.
Okay,
okay,
I will try to figure out that information and when
I
I
will
contact
tell
you.
you, I do know.
Oh, I gotta go.
Established.
Okay, it has to be amendment. I'm gonna.
You can never get enough of this, man. I'll be here 7 days a week if I could.
It's a sideshow here.
Yeah, I'll quit my job and stay right here the whole time if I could. That's how much I love being right here.
Jeff's gonna go over NOLA letters, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I have new business that's extremely important for the homeowners. Okay, when you're ready.
We cannot finish.
No, go ahead.
What?
Now, we're moving on.
no,
Any other questions about Comcast, the last subject we talked about? I mean, it is what it is, the numbers are the numbers, so we just wanna be upfront with the community and let you know. You know, moving forward, when we do the next budget, we're not gonna make mistakes like that, so. Anyways, moving on, NOLAs, so, I think everybody knows we as a management company took on NOLA letters because your accounting company said they wouldn't do it. Okay, it's not something they do, which is odd. Most accounting companies do the NOLA letters. The reason they do the NOLA letters is because when you do a NOLA letter, it has to be accurate, right? The numbers have to be accurate. If an accounting company is saying that we're not gonna do a NOLA letter, they're saying they don't guarantee their numbers. Right? I mean, it's common sense. So we thought we would help you guys out and take this on. Well, we found out that, there's a lot of inaccuracies in the numbers. The new attorney, when we do NOLA letters, he wants us to go all the way back to when someone has a zero balance.
Yes, and that's how it should be.
And it should be,
Correct.
correct.
Yes.
But we can't do that.
Why?
We don't have the data, right? We had, how many, let's see, in June of last year is when Enumerate took over.
They should supply you with ledgers from previous to.
Correct, so it took them a while, and they supplied, some of them to us. Well, we were asked by the board to do the NOLA letters right away, right? Because people wanted to collect money. And, I mean, it was successful. There were people that paid money that, were planning to pay anyways, but we also, 12 people off the NOLA letters, paid up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was successful. However, a lot of the NOLA letters we did, the attorney would not accept because we did not have the zero balance ledgers and we didn't know the dates, the time frame, right? If I don't know when the zero started, I can't put that on the letter.
Correct.
So because of that, the NOLA letters were void. They're no good because if an attorney came in from one of you with a bad NOLA letter,
But your attorney should be able to get that from previous counsel, because you can't just send a NOLA letter that says, oh, balance from the ledger, 2,600 and whatever. It has to have a breakdown of when it started.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's our dilemma. So because of that, I made a new rule because, we manage multiple communities, a lot of different ones. All the other communities we manage, we do the finances. If I do the finances, I can do the NOLA. I can guarantee the data. Here I can't. So we made a decision. We are not going to do NOLA letters anymore. Where it's our license on the line, lawsuit, all kinds of stuff. So we're not going to do it. However, I did tell the board, if the board or the attorney comes to us and they said, here's the date, the zero balance ledger, here is how much is special assessment owed, here is assessment owed, late fees, and you give us the breakdown, we will put together the NOLA letter and send it out officially. That way we're not taking the responsibility for the numbers. So if that happens, we'll do it. Other than that, we are not doing NOLAs anymore. So my personal opinion would be to get a new accounting firm.
Also, just let me say, the minute you say, I need this, or we can't continue, and the board hears about it, all of a sudden, everything is found. And they'll find old ledgers from old accounting firms and everything.
We've had this process.
Wait, I was gonna.
We've been doing this for months.
They have to have ledgers.
I was gonna say, there was a reason why we fired Enumerate in the first place,
Yes.
3 years ago,
Yes.
and the fact that we
Yes.
went back to them is absolutely ridiculous,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
like, we're still having the same problems that we had 3 years ago, which is why they were fired in the first
To
place.
go back to Enumerate, it was Russell Robbins. It was, at that time, it was council's advice to go with
But there was no
Enumerate.
reason to fire the victory that
Victory
we
was
had.
Yes,
Victory,
Victory
they
was
were doing what they were supposed to
Victory
be
and
doing.
solved all of our accounting problems.
Yeah, but I hired them, so they were.
Yeah, but now, that's the problem. But now.
So when you went out, so did Victory.
For lack of a better phrase, is now
Solved on the nightmare. And this new board came in and said, get rid of them because Michael chose them.
Well, that was a mistake, apparently.
that Suzette did oppose the NOLA letters being sent because they were not correct.
I did.
However, there was a board member that pushed on it for the NOLA letters to be sent.
This is
I
now,
wasn't part of this.
so this is the fourth time that these NOLAs have gone out. It is now the fourth time that they've been incorrect.
And if these people pay on the NOLAs, you guys pay the attorney's fees.
So the wrong amounts.
But the ones that paid, luckily, were correct.
Yeah.
We had zero balances.
So my question is, were we charged for your services to send a NOLA?
No.
Oh, thank God. So it's the first time we've saved money the last 4 times.
We just spent.
But as far as the NOLA letters, Suzette being our treasurer, the advice was ignored. The NOLA letters were told to go out. Jeff was told, do the NOLA letters. and they were done incorrectly, and now they're no longer usable, and they will have to be redone. And as Jeff stated, unless, well, I guess we'd say the board gets him the numbers, he will not be doing a NOLA.
I have just one thing.
Go ahead, Suzette.
The email that I received was, Suzette, stop interrupting.
Interfering? Was it interfering? Yeah.
Interfering on management work, okay? So, because everything that I do, I put everything on the table.
You have it in writing that
And I
don't
have
interfere.
everything, so that's, and another good thing, yesterday, I received, after 3 months dealing with this, I received all the package that will inform us, is here in my report here. I received from homeowners ledgers, okay? I received yesterday from January, from October to 22 into 24 January, the informations for our ledgers. And I received also from February 24 to May 24. From now on, for the first time ever, we will have the ledgers for only
But but you're gonna be the one that goes through
I
it.
won't go.
You're not?
No,
But, so
because
Enumerate's gonna go through this.
I don't know.
trust them.
Who's gonna send the NOLA?
That's the point.
So that's my, I was
We're
gonna
back
say
to square
that.
one.
So wait, what's the board doing about this? Are they looking for a new accounting company? Are we just gonna?
It hasn't been discussed.
Okay.
Now that Jeff has brought it to our attention,
Yeah.
we want to share it with the community,
Yeah.
saying this is where we're at, and is it the advice, I mean, if we have to have somebody do the NOLA letters, is it possible we have a new accounting company by the end of the year? It is.
Yeah.
We have to have somebody do the NOLA letters.
We need to
Just
just
figure
figure
it
it
out.
out.
People are
But you're, okay,
So
so you
change
have a
it.
very good sense right now as to these people that owe money, how their accounts are, because you were reconciling, right?
She's devious too.
Come on, Miss Suzette, keep diving, don't do some paperwork, don't do that paperwork, keep digging.
So could you at this point, I mean, I don't know if you have the time, but could you tell with some confidence to Jeff?
Yes.
Which accounts?
Somebody could tell him, because it's a hard work, we have the files. So I received 3 packets files. So now, instead, the management, as they were doing, they were going just for the ledger for 1 year ago, right? From April, July.
Whatever's on Sunday.
Yes, July 2024. Now we have others, but who will open all the files? We need to open the package files to try or cross the information for just one, or check one by one. Unfortunately, I have been doing this for other accounts, I cannot. And Jeff said to me, Suzette, if you handle to me whoever is involved and how much it is, I will void the NOLA out. So, what we could do, or we hire somebody to do this, or we jump for another account and give all the information to them.
We need to figure out.
I think we should go for the new accounting.
Yeah.
Honestly, from the day I had trouble with them.
You know, also your attorney can do the NOLA.
Yeah, but then you're.
But
They have the accounting.
Yeah, you need all the information for
Right,
account.
right now,
He won't do it
information is
without the
accurate.
right
You
numbers
have, for
there.
the most part, the accounts that are in default, you have already digged them enough, to know the NOLA, you know, the information that needs to go on the
We
NOLA.
know for sure who is behind, but we need to find where these people start being behind. Because most of them that are behind it, 20,000, 18,000, they did not stop being behind last year. So you need to open the 3 other package of files and find where they start being in default. So this kind of work, take work, we need to talk about.
We gotta have that discussion.
And your accounting company is gonna be able to do that? Yeah?
Well, the bottom line is, when you transfer our account to a new account, you gotta make sure that what's being transferred is clean.
Right.
Well, the
Because
good,
that's what we had the problem with.
Yeah, but the
Farmer
good
going
news
to
is-
escrow.
they screwed us.
Escrow, right?
And then, back to the numerous.
Yeah.
Victory had a mess to clean up, and they finally did, and we got rid of Victory, and everybody got fired.
Yep. Alright, so we're
Nobody
gonna
had
move on.
experience here.
I don't mean to cut
The
you off.
board didn't have experience, the lawyers didn't have experience with the lawyers,
Yeah,
nobody had experience.
but the good news is we have the physical
Now.
files now. That's what we've never had before.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you guys do a change, it sounds, you need an accounting company that's gonna do the accounting work. So it's not
Yeah.
even that they're bad, it's that they're not doing the NOLAs, you gotta find an accounting company that does the
Yeah.
NOLAs. At the end of the
They
day,
don't
guys,
understand.
it's
They
getting
don't
late, I'm gonna address
understand.
this very
They don't
quickly.
understand.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the camera and security that's on the agenda. So this is with Q-Wire, this is for their maintenance contract. We're paying roughly $2,000 right now.
How much?
That, roughly $2,000 for the year, no, annual. So we have 13 locks, 2 of the locks went down. The hardware is not covered. So per lock that went down is $1,000. So, yeah, so what we're looking at is instead of paying $2,000 for the year, we're looking to pay $3,000. So it's roughly $83 a month. We're paying $166 now. You figure for $250, you'll have your locks, and if they have to replace any hardware on the 13 locks, it'll be covered.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, but the pool locks,
All the-
Correct, yeah, it's 6 outdoor locks, 7 indoor locks. So anytime a lock goes down and they need to do something with the hardware, that's $1,000.
I thought we
Did we
had.
used to have a contract like that?
We recently got a contract, but it didn't include the hardware. That's the $2,000 per year that we're
So
spending
we're
now.
gonna up it to 3 and all the hardware's included, and we
Correct.
already have $2,000 worth of damage.
We're already spending 2,000.
And on top of the 2,000 we're already spending?
No, we're spending 2,000,
Per year.
roughly, yes, annual 2,000. We're looking to raise that 2,000.
To 3.
Correct.
No, but I'm saying, but we have $2,000 worth of damage right now.
Oh, yeah.
You
So
spent-
we're still paying the 2,000 regardless, and we have 2,000, which is 4,000.
Correct.
Or we can save 1,000 and have the 2 on the.
It's an insurance policy.
Yeah, okay.
So Phil.
That's a
some of this
no-brainer.
damage, wasn't some of it
Seems
caused
like
by
it.
homeowners?
Could be a
And
recall.
wasn't that on cameras, so we can charge
Has to,
them for
well, he's not even here to review it now.
violations?
So the
Fine.
problem with
We
the-
waited to hear from.
The problem with the pool ones, they're outside in the sun. The direct sunlight kills those locks over time.
Okay, and our cameras regardless don't capture that.
No, I mean, it's just, it's wear and tear from the heat of the sun beating on those locks.
These
It's,
2 locks actually went down for corrosion.
yeah.
So
But I
because of the
also
elements,
remember Mr. Martin's telling me at the rules committee that we have video of some homeowner breaking that,
Every day.
the one over there at the farm.
that's the first time I've heard about that.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
You were
Well,
there?
whatever.
Who's gonna go sit there
It's
and
a
watch
mute
the video
point.
back?
Well, if we try to violate it, we'll get recalled.
But, again, we gotta move this along, guys, it's almost 9 o'clock.
All right, I won't forget.
So
I have
we're
to-
not gonna vote on this tonight, the reason being, we don't have the bids, or the contract, I should say.
The camera, no.
No.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
I
So we don't have what we need to do a vote, is
No.
that,
Are you voting on the reserves tonight?
we're gonna get to that, because that's still, as far as, we're not gonna vote on, based on what we
We
have,
can agree
okay?
on that by email, because it's something that we needed to do. Then we inform the community, because we informed
Okay.
already.
Because, yeah, we don't have the exact numbers,
No.
but we'll vote on it, and then we'll bring the community the exact numbers. So I make a motion to have our contract now, which is Q-Wire, their maintenance contract, we're paying $2,000 annually. The motion is to have that raised to $3,000, and we will get the specific number for that contract. We are gonna vote on it. I make a motion, to raise the 2,000 up to 3,000 annually.
I second the vote.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. All right, so we have a unanimous decision, so we will get that contract updated. So we'll have our hardware on these locks insured. Okay, now for the reserve study, so we have the 3 bids. I don't think it's wise that we pick a company tonight. However, I just want to go over this so we all have a full understanding that for anyone that says we don't need a reserve study, I understand that yes, we're not 3 stories. However, by saying that you don't want a reserve study, it's also saying let's go ahead and use inaccurate numbers to do another budget, and we'll go ahead and use numbers from 2018. So anybody that doesn't want a reserve study is saying, let's do an accurate budget and let's use inaccurate numbers from 2018, which are 7 years old. That's, I hate to say it's cut and dry. So that's what I consider as column A. Column B are the people that would say, yes, we need a reserve study so we can do an accurate budget for 2026. To me, I don't see it, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So you're looking at it and saying, we don't want a reserve study, but at the same time, that's the same thing as using old numbers that are 7 years old. There's no, middle ground.
Okay, you said that the amount that is on reserve, because I came in late, I didn't look at the sheet, but you said it's $206,000?
Yes.
That's what we have in reserve right
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
And that is not bad.
No, that's not bad.
So,
But it's not bad. We have been transferring to reserves as promised, but we don't know how much we should have in security deposit. Maybe our security deposit today is, where it is? Security deposit, we just have 20,000 there.
so out of the 206, we have 20 that is not reserved.
No, it's a separate.
Security deposit are people that
Yeah,
rent the base.
but why are you talking about that? So we do,
Some of the accounts are not accurate, is what she's saying. So it shows 206 in the account right now. She's still verifying if it's actually 206 or if it's 186 or it's 230.
Okay. Now, you said that we don't have money to fix that building, and I'm thinking, how can we not have money to fix the whole,
That's a great question. So the reserves that we have are for the roof, that's not a roof problem. It's for the roads, that's not a road problem. And it's painting, and it's not a painting problem. So the reserves we have now are not adequate to properly say that that building repair is covered under the reserves. That is the problem with our reserves now. That's why if you get a reserve study and you start saving for all these other components, you start putting money aside so you can actually fix these issues. Like if the staircase, if the railings on the staircases fell over, we can't just take the money from reserves. That's illegal because those reserves are specific to those line items.
I see.
So so that money has to come out of the operating account for now. But next, if we got the reserve study and it says every year we're putting $20,000 away for building repairs, guess what? When that building, you can look at it and say we're gonna have 20,000, it's gonna cost 10,000. We fix it, and we still put $10,000 away for the next problem. That's why it's this idea that reserves are just sitting there and only used at the very end is a misconception. It can be used along the way every time that there's an issue, as long as it's identified. Otherwise, like the plumbing issue, the 10,000 in plumbing, or a tree issue, all of that comes out of the operating, which is why we're $16,000 over budget. Because we have to pull the money from where we have it.
Right.
Legally, you can only touch reserves for the reserve items identified, and that is not identified yet.
So that's what you were planning to do on the building that have the hole, and you requested a quote, you're waiting for the estimate, that's gonna come out of the operating.
Yeah, it's the same reason, like even the front here, we have, the front columns are a problem, that's technically not the roof. So you can't just take reserve money and throw it at that $60,000
So
problem.
basically, the study will help us maybe redistribute those reserves?
Yes.
Correct.
Accurately, yes.
Money.
Yes.
And it'll give us the opportunity to
As
fix
long as
it.
they get a budget for it, it's gonna help us. The reserve study will help us if we budget for it. and
Amen.
fund the
Yes.
reserve.
Exactly.
If we're not gonna fund the reserve.
Well, but the
it
good
makes
thing
sense.
is that there are 260.
Yes, that's gonna move into the
Fund.
reserve. So reserve study is actually good if we're gonna fund the reserve.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good
But
idea.
now understanding that we have that amount of money and that will help us fund the reserves accurately, then
Yes.
it's not so bad.
It's smart, it's funding the reserves smartly instead of blindly, which is what
Right,
we're
but we
doing.
needed a conversation, because all of us needed to understand.
No, and I get that. Phil, I do have a question, because you said you're not voting on the reserves tonight. The guys-
No, we're gonna vote on the reserves tonight, so yeah, I didn't get to finish my point.
Oh, I'm
So that's all right, so we are going to take a vote on getting reserve study done. However, to say we're gonna choose a company tonight, we will not be voting on a specific company. We have our 3 bids, I think it's prudent that the board has more time.
To vet 'em?
Yes.
Now,
100%.
going back, as you go for that, would it be good to think about the milestone?
Well, yes, but the milestone is a completely separate, the milestone is a completely separate
We can
inspection.
try to have.
So we can still, listen, I'm in favor of doing that tomorrow with the reserve study,
I mean,
absolutely.
if there's a company that will for
But I think-
a similar amount of money to both, because the city.
But
like you
then,
said,
so then what we can do then, so the best thing to do, get the reserve study done now. We can start funding the reserves the right way, and we put in the budget for next year, money aside, an additional 5,000 or 6,000 aside to do the milestone inspection on phase 2 and 3. And then, because that will get you what you want, we'll know all the information, and then we can start moving
There's a
forward.
company that does both.
No, there's companies that do both. Yeah.
Maybe we should find out a company that does both, and maybe it'll be for the.
But it won't be fast enough.
No, it's 2 separate. There's no like buy one, get one 50% off. Yeah, that's not how it's gonna. But no, so now the board, if that's something the board wants to do, which I think is a great idea, let's put an extra 5,000 in next year's budget to get the milestone done. And then we can hold on to that, make some other repairs, and then when the city comes with their letter, we say, can we give them our letter? Say, great.
So I'm gonna make 2 motions. The first motion would be for a milestone.
That'd be a nice
The
change.
next motion will be about the reserve
Well, the
study.
milestone's not on the agenda.
No, it's not on the agenda, we need to just get the bids.
We're gonna get 3 bids.
Give bids for the milestone. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yes, and we can do the.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a motion to vote on a reserve study. So the motion would be, we are not picking a specific company tonight. We, as a board, need to go back over these bids, and we need to vet these companies.
So, if I can make a recommendation before the motion, what's the most expensive one?
I believe it's $59.20.
It's 6,000.
So-
Where do you see 6,000?
No, it's 5,000.
It's $5,920.
So make a motion to approve up to 5920.
Just call it 6,000.
Make a motion to approve the reserve study up to 6,000, and then you guys can choose the company once you vet it better. But at least the money's already approved.
Right, the dollar amount, it's a cap, we're putting a cap.
Yeah,
Good
but I
point.
wanna just,
And then it locks you in, so if you choose the $4,000, $5,000 company,
still good.
you're still good. That way you
problem
don't.
is when
Thank you,
you
Michael.
start the motion to vote
Phil.
on reserves, Albert just left.
I read all of the time.
Oh, but why don't you figure out that?
They still have their quorum.
Wait a minute, we have a question.
Let's go on.
We have a question.
That's not the point. That's
Whoa.
not the point of having 7 people on the board.
Neither is getting up and leaving in the middle
Share
of
with
the
the
meeting.
community about the reserve
Did you
study.
decide to do
We're
it
not-
over email? Didn't you say a little bit ago?
We had to, these were, some of the boards in sent when I
They
was
chose to
overseas.
leave, they were
No,
here.
this has a lot of time.
We had plenty of
We are
time.
sending everything by
These
email.
bids, these are not new bids, they've
This
had
is all
these
the
bids.
And you have a
We should have
quorum.
them.
You still have 4 board
I was still overseas on my good bed.
Guys, I can't hear the lady in the back, please. Guys!
Can I hear the name of the companies,
Okay.
please, just to have an idea?
So there's Felton Property Assessment. We have an address here, I don't see an address.
What's the amount by each one?
Huh?
And so you don't want any of our homeowners showing up at their offices.
There's Association Reserves,
F
and then there is Casey, who spoke with us tonight. That's Cromer Criterium Engineers.
I thought that he was just gonna inform us, not be part of the, bid.
No, he's one of the companies
Oh,
that
is he? Okay.
gave us a bid. Yeah, we don't have to use him,
Okay.
and he has an understanding of that as well.
All right.
But just because he spoke, doesn't mean we have to use him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for the budget. Yes.
What did you,
Sure.
Monica?
Sure.
What did you ask about emails?
No, I heard you say something about we can vote over emails.
No,
No,
I
absolutely not.
agree about the key wire. Agreement about key
Well, the
wire,
motion
but
already
we
approved.
voted
Yeah, but we
already.
vote already.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a motion, in regards to the reserve study. So I make a motion to have a reserve study. At this time, we will not be picking a company. We do have our 3 bids, and we were gonna set a cap of $6,000.
I second the vote.
I agree.
I agree.
Motion passes? Alright guys, thank you so much. It is late, so, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Bill, I have something very important I need to announce to the board and the homeowners.
Okay.
It's a safety issue.
Okay.
It has just come up.
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, I hate getting up all the time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's come to, the attention of the Rules Committee. One of those little rules of the 400 and some obnoxious ones that we have, that we didn't remember, but we came up to us last week, and it says in our rules, all of us are responsible to have our dryer vents cleaned annually. Inside your unit, through the hose, and up through the roof. Well, we've not done it. I haven't done mine for over 5 years. However, today one was called over to building 2. If anybody wants to see the picture, since the new roofs, phases 1 and phases 2 have been done, the dryer vents apparently on the roof, whether you like it or not, were covered. Since the new roofs in phases 1 and phase 2. Now, I don't know about phase 1, but I know about phase 2, because that's where I live. Anyways, a dryer cleaner came out, went through, clogged with wet lint. Okay, now, if you live in one of those buildings, the unit above you and your unit, if you're on the lower level, you go through the same channels. I have a picture here of what was taken up on the roof, and you would be shocked. Jeff says it's lint. Well, it probably is, but it's a hell of a lot more than lint. Now, this is a major fire hazard. So the person above you and you down below, in all of your buildings, don't take care of that.
Okay, thank you,
You can
Jen.
have a fire before you know it.
Thank you.
Do we have any procedure, like, is it on an individual basis?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Each
It should be done
homeowner,
in a way
Yes.
that prevents fires.
So the,
each homeowner, unless you're in phase 1, because phase 1 has the washer and dryer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
so can the property manager just go and inspect and write everyone a violation if they use?
Hey.
We don't need another recall.
I said the property manager.
Even our maintenance man that will go on the roofs, cause there's nobody there to hold the ladder for him.
R.I.P.
Our maintenance guy should.
I'm upset, I'm very upset, the guy needs a desk job.
No, yeah, we should.
No, but the dryer inspections, yeah, I mean, I get mine done yearly, but
Yeah.
when they have some of the vents up there, they have like wiring.
The wire mitt, they
They
have
put wire mitts up there, and that causes it to even get more clogged.
I have a
I had mine taken off. I'm not trying to
Please,
blow out.
please share.
There's no ventilation.
Whoever.
No ventilation.
Let me see who my vent guy is.
Alright guys, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I think that
Alright, y'all, that about wraps up that video. As you saw, man, if it was up to them, they would stay there all night and talk. It's a lot of word salad. It's a lot of back and forth, as you can see. It's absolutely just crazy. Whole situation is just draining, to be honest with you, man. Sometimes the less you know, the better. A lot of things are all over the place. You got, I mean, honestly, it's better just leave it up to them to figure this stuff out. I mean, I can't really be on top of everything as much, man. You're busy with work, busy with life. You got your own problems to deal with. Last thing you want to do is try to figure this type of stuff out. But yeah, would I recommend you guys living in the HOA? If you could, definitely not. Unfortunately, it's the only thing that we could really afford out here. Houses in South Florida are through the roof. They're anywhere from like $500,000 to $800,000 a house. You can find some cheaper houses for like $350K, but you got to move like literally in the middle of nowhere. And it's not really an option for me right now. Invested way too much in this place already. Special assessments are every couple years. Last one was like a $10,000 special assessment. They redid the roofing, the pavement, the irrigation. Now, as you see, they want to. It's constant work back and forth, like nonstop. It's crazy as hell, y'all. We're gonna be interviewing people from the HOA on other days, particularly. But hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other HOA meetings. It's gonna be in the playlist labeled HOA meetings. It's your boy Trini Fishing Entertainment. I'll see y'all in the next one. I just gotta be strong for myself and my future, y'all, because you know, that's just what life has come down to these days. But hey, appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if y'all new.